Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Glenda Boone, and I am CEO of Otasis Marketing and Productions. And I am here with you today with my regular panelists, my faithfuls who are here with me every single Monday, where we tell you what we do, why we do it, and how what we do can benefit you. Today's topics we're going to be discussing is branding and the importance of what you say, how what you say can kill a brand. So before we get started on that topic, the first segment, we're going to introduce to you our panelists today. I'll start with myself. I am the CEO of Otasis Marketing and Productions. We help small business owners and faith-based initiatives develop, manage, and monetize their brand. Our goals for our businesses is to increase their revenues, decrease their expenses, and also expand their customer and donor bases. We've been in business now for 15 years. For the last 10 years, we hosted a affordable coaching program to small business owners and entrepreneurs and a mentorship program to budding wannabe entrepreneurs. When COVID-19 hit, though, we realized that we needed to pivot as a company, and we realized that we could no longer afford to offer affordable coaching. However, we knew that small business owners, if they ever needed us at a certain time, this was the time. So rather than abandoning our coaching and our mentoring program, we decided to dedicate 1.5 hours each week, every Monday, from 10 to 11:30, here to discuss hot topics, here to help small business owners grow by showing them, not just telling them, and to also answer any questions that you may have. So at the end, YouTube, are visiting our first segment. You are more than welcome to join our panelists as a guest at any time, any Monday between 10 and 11:30. You have to be careful, though, because if you click on the button, we might just have you tell us what you do, how what you do can benefit us. So now I'm going to have my panel introduce themselves to you, and then we'll get started with our topic of today. We're going to start today with Miss Pat Johnson.
Good morning. My name is Pat Johnson, owner of Scripture Towels by Paget. I make a variety of coasters, clocks, trivets, and plaques embellished with God's word and inspirational quotes. We also have a beautiful gift line of sorority and fraternity paraphernalia, and we can also personalize your item to your request. My website is Paget Designs, Paje Designs.com. My email address is pagetdesigners@gmail.com. And we look forward to having you visit our online website. Thank you.
So next we have Miss Mary. You want to go?
Sure. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My name is Mary Dent. I'm a licensed life and HIP certified insurance broker, and I serve as an advocate for people in the areas of healthcare, assisted living, and money management. But more specifically, I assist those entering into their next chapter of their lives and selecting the appropriate Medicare and/or Medicaid benefits, lowering their monthly cost of living expenses, and providing assisted living manager training. I can be reached through my website, marydent.abc.com. My email is marydent@abctraining.ws. Look forward to hearing from you.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. My name is D.R. Gardner. I am a social worker, a breast cancer motivational speaker, a two-time breast cancer survivor, a wellness coach, an author, and the founder of DRTG Supportive Offerings. Through the company that's allowed me to pen my journey through trials and tribulations of having cancer, the victories, and I wrote it in a book called Living with the C and Behind the Scene. And it's written to inspire you, those diagnosed with breast cancer, and anyone dealing with any kind of life difficulties, that you too can get through. So I can be reached on my website, DEER Gardner, or my email address is deergardner0@gmail.com, and phone number is 474-574-5206. Hope to see you and walk with your journey with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dee. Ruth?
Okay. Hi, my name is Ruth Hurt, and I am better known as Multi-String Queen. I have been an entrepreneur since the age of 19. And over the past 15 years, I have developed 2 successful businesses, including real estate and retail distribution at the focus on helping others becoming multiple string kings and queens. Okay.
Next, we have Michelle.
Morning, everyone. My name is Michelle
Morning.
Williams. I'm the owner of Hair Trends by Michelle Salon, which is on Windsor Mill Road. I'm also, since the COVID have begun a mask business where I make masks. So this is the first time I shared that information. But I have the mask at the salon. So if anybody wanted to purchase, they can come up. I have it also posted on my IG pages and my Hair Trends by Salon. My Hair Trends by Michelle Salon Facebook page. So hopefully we'll still be in business on Facebook and IG. I don't know what's going to happen, but yeah. So I have the mask.
Do you have one?
There.
Do you have a sample of your mask, Michelle?
I'm at the sewing machine now. Oh, I can show you one that's almost
cute.
Hey.
Now I can say it today. Michelle is actually my hairstylist. It's a good week. I just came from the hairdresser. And I have purchased her mask for myself and my family, and they are extremely comfortable. Because I've gotten several masks, but by now they're becoming a way of our life. So for me, I'm not really looking for cute now. I'm looking for more comfort. So thank you, Michelle. We love them.
Yeah, thank you, Glenda. I just wanted to give out my information.
Yeah.
You can reach me by email, hairtrendsbyMichelleSalon@gmail.com. Our salon's phone number is 443-316-8529. I also have an IG and a Facebook page. On IG is at Hair Trends, and on Facebook is Hair Trends by Michelle Salon. All the salon's information on there. The information about the mask are also on there, and I hand make them. So even before I was a hairstylist, I was sewing, and I went to school for sewing under college. I did 1.5 years in college for fashion design. So I do have a background, in sewing, and the Lord brought that out of me while we were in COVID. So I thank God for that.
Let me ask you something. You said that's Windsor Mill Road. Is that in Baltimore, Maryland?
It's in Windsor Mill. It's considered Windsor Mill, Maryland, because it's in Baltimore County. The address to the salon is 7123 Windsor Mill Road.
Okay, and if people who are outside or watching us on YouTube wanted to order it, can they just go to your Facebook page and send you a PM or something?
They sure can. They can go to my Facebook page and send me a direct message, or they can go to my IG page and send me a direct message.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Next question. Yes, absolutely. So our last regular panelist today is India, and then we're going to introduce our guest panelists. India.
Good morning, everyone. I am India McLeod, the owner of Our McLeod Salon, located in Pikesville, Maryland, and our salon focuses on healthy hair for natural and relaxed customers. And I also have a hair care line called Our McLeod Hair Care. You can purchase that at the salon, or you can direct message me and I can coordinate a way to have the products delivered to you. You can book us online at www.ourmcleod.com.
Thank you, India. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I am your Ledley. Did I miss you?
Yes, you hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry, Ledley.
I'm like, okay, I'm being punished.
What you do?
I'm sorry, Ledley.
That's all right, girl. My name is Ledley Smith. Don't worry about all of that. You just have to remember, I am your jewelry lady.com. Did you get that? You don't have to write it down because y'all have your telephones and everything. I would have to write it down, but just put it in your phone. I am your jewelry lady.com. Go to my website. You will see the most fabulous $5 jewelry. You have never seen anything this fabulous for $5. Catch me on Facebook every Thursday at 8 p.m. Every Thursday. Put in the search line, I am your jewelry lady. Others will pop up, but you'll know me. You'll know me. Ledley is no other Ledleys. That is your jewelry lady. Thank you, and thank you, Miss Glenda, for all that you have done for us. I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody on here.
Oh, you are so welcome. You are so welcome, Ledley, and everyone else. And I thank you as well for coming, showing up each and every Monday. And even when you can't come, you sending me texts. Some of you call me, make sure I'm not oversleeping. So thank you for that. And now I want to introduce our guest panelist. Well, I'm going to let her introduce herself. Her name is Erica. I had the pleasure of meeting Erica. She is a great event producer or manager. She does a lot. I mean, she's one of the most organized persons that I have met in a very long time. But I'm going to let her introduce herself and tell you what she does, how she does it, and what's this next venture for her, how it's going to benefit us. Erica?
Thank you, and bless you for that. I appreciate that. Good morning, everyone. I was not expecting to speak. I do like to sit back and observe, but my name is Erica Sproul, and I'm the owner of Beatific Expressions. With Beatific Expressions, we serve your digital and print promotional needs. So for all of you jewelry ladies and for all of your products, we could have custom cards just for your brand to go out to your customers to add a personal touch. We also provide stationery of all types, whether it be greeting cards or wedding packages and graduation packages for all of your stationery and print needs. And we have some other things coming up, but I'm gonna hold on to that for now. So you can reach me at www.beatificexpressions.com. That's beatificexpressions.com. And beatific means bestowing bliss, which is what I try to do with God's guidance. Again, you can reach me at beatificexpressions.com. We have some greeting cards, packages out there, as well as t-shirts. So if you're looking for additional branding for your businesses, I'm your person. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Erica. And Erica, do you do digital flyers?
I do. Yes, ma'am, I do.
And do you design them and all? Like if we give you a concept, your company can design it?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, good.
Yes, digital flyers, different from logos. I do not do logos.
Right. Right.
But yes, I
promotional
do
flyers. And do
yes.
you do digital promotional flyers for Facebook? You know, the ad flyers.
Yes, I have actually run some ads on there myself for my own business. So for yes, Facebook or Instagram, yes.
Okay, because some of my clients they need help with creating digital graphics.
Okay. Yes.
So Dee, you might want to get in touch with Erica to help you create digital or help you if you have a special graphic that you want to create for your company. So because see, today people used to use logos, guys, and this takes us into our great leeway of branding. And welcome aboard, Erica. You are welcome at Coffee With at any time. And if you come here too often, we're gonna make you a regular. So you never know with us. You never know. But that's why I'm so proud of all of the ladies that's on this panel, because we are a network. It's not about any one person. It is about all of us. So we do just ask that when you do come on, when you're brave enough to come on, just know that at any given moment, you might be asked to step up to the plate. You did a great job. Thank you so much, Erica. And we look forward to doing business with you in the future. Erica, if you could make sure that all of your contact information is in the chat room as well, so that we can make sure that we keep record of it and that all of our panelists can include it in their contact list.
Thank you. And I just put it into the chat.
Okay, very good. So today, guys, we're going to start our first segment off with branding and how a brand can go from 100 to 0 in one statement. And I want to preface that with us talking about, well, let me ask you this question. How many of you have watched the news this morning or over the past week regarding Facebook?
I have.
And the racist statements? You've watched it, Ms. Pat?
Yes, I have.
Okay, it is really amazing how such a magnanimous brand as Facebook, who has billions and billions of people, can get to a point where what they say can adversely affect their brand. Recently, Mark Zuckerberg, and I'm not so sure that he did this intentionally or not, non-intentionally, I think it's just his persona, really kind of blew off the protesters who were asking and demanding that large companies follow the suit of social media companies follow the suit of Twitter. Twitter, as you recall, started to monitor and tag the president's tweets and, racist comments. And the president didn't like that too much. So, of course, the media went to Facebook and one of Mark Zuckerberg's comments. And for those of you who studied Mark Zuckerberg, you know that he really is in his own world and he really doesn't get into anything except Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook. So he and I'm ad-libbing here, pretty much said that they don't really want to get involved into the politics and that they did believe in freedom of speech. I personally don't think that Mark Zuckerberg intended that to have a racial tone or intended that to appear to be supporting the president and some of his
Crazy tweets,
racist tendencies. However, that one statement, or what you can say non-statement in a way, really, really caused the outroar with the public. But what the public did, ACLU and a couple other organizations, National Action Network, Black Lives Matter, they knew they really couldn't affect or go to Mark Zuckerberg or initially tell us to boycott Facebook because they have billions of viewers. So if 2 or 3 million of us boycotted them, that really would not make a difference. However, they went to the advertisers. And the large advertisers, if you watching the news this morning, many, many, many advertisers have stopped their boycotting Facebook. So on last Friday, Facebook tried to, had a little announcement, say that they're going to work on the hate and stuff and deal with the hate. And so what I want to talk about after we have our discussion and how you feel about this is, I want to talk about how a brand has to be very careful of what they say. Their messaging is very, very important. And you are a brand. You might be a brand new brand. You might be just starting. You might have 1 like on your Facebook page and 2 subscribers on your YouTube. But as soon as you hit that button, you became a brand. And so it's very important for us to talk about that. First, I'd like your thoughts on the Facebook thing. Ledley?
Well, you didn't give me a chance to think, but I got it. Okay. What I think about that, I think that everybody does have the right, but out of respect, I understand Black Lives going to them and all the other companies going, because it is disrespectful, some of the things that are said on Facebook, not to everybody,
right?
Not just to Black people,
right?
So I think that it has to be curtailed some kind of way, or I would like to see it curtailed some kind of way. Now, trust me, I don't want Facebook shut down.
Right.
But if it is, it is. If we get up in the morning, we'll figure out how to make it. So
that's right.
Okay. India, you have any thoughts on that?
Okay, so I'm just I got a lot of thoughts.
That's right.
So as far as the Facebook thing, I feel like when you are a large corporation like Facebook, you don't really have the choice to be quiet. You have to take a stand at some way or the other.
Right.
But from the perspective of, I don't know if this is if I can do this answer now, or if I have to wait until the next part. But as our own brands, you definitely have to be mindful of everything that you say, because it will be held against you at some point, especially if it's, if you're able to go back and replay it. Because if you say something that contradicts yourself here and then later you say something there, like, customers remember all the time. So it's definitely, can I say one other thing?
Yeah.
I did a Facebook Live last week with with one of my cohort mates from Goldman Sachs, and she is a Caucasian female. And so I wondered before the live, when we talked about surviving in your business in this current climate. And before I had the live with her, we were going to talk about the COVID, but I really wanted to I was trying to figure out if I should address the racial relations, the stuff that's going on right now. And I wasn't sure if I should bring it up, or I wasn't comfortable. I didn't want her to feel ambushed, but I had to make a decision. So I talked to her before we went live, asking her, and she was okay with it. But I had to make up the choice in my mind. Do I want to take a stand and address it? And I feel like it has to be addressed, because you can't really ignore it. So I feel like if my small little business, micro business, if I feel the responsibility of at least making mention of it and trying to figure out ways to have the conversation, I don't think that Facebook gets to a company like Facebook. I don't feel like they get the opportunity to just turn the blind eye or avoid it. So
they don't get a pass.
Yeah, they don't get a pass. So that's just my opinion.
Thank you, India. Erica?
I agree. The larger companies, they say a lot in being quiet, right? So if you don't give an opinion, then assumptions are made or things can be taken out of context. But if you come out with where you stand, whether the general public agrees with it or not, at least people know where you stand. And they're trying to do like a smaller company. And I agree with what India said, that that's been the problem all along. So many large companies have not taken a stance, and they've let, Colin Kaepernick go without a job because they didn't say anything. They've let so many other people expire too soon because they didn't say anything and because they didn't do anything. In this current climate, we're forcing their hand. And I think that's a good thing, because I heard a pastor mention that 2020 is a season of clarity. There's so many things that are becoming clear about where people stand, about their opinions, about where companies stand and what their standards are. And then we can choose who we will decide to partner with or work with or support. And even, if some companies where we may have our favorite, product that we use, we may have to find another product. So because that brand that we were using, they don't support us and they don't think that we matter. So, it may force some hard decisions, but I think that thank you for informing us of that, Ms. Glenda, information, because I did not see that on the news. I knew about Twitter, but I did not know about Facebook. And I'm glad that their hands are being forced as well. This is the time and this is the season that everyone has to be held accountable. And as you mentioned, it shows us, as India also referenced, that as we build our brand, we do have to be intentional about what we say and what we don't say, about who we support and who we collaborate with. So it's also a learning opportunity.
Thank you. Anybody else want to chime in?
This is Dee, and I'm just really new with Facebook and all of that, because social media was not something that I really was shying away from. but it's good to hear your guys' perspective and being like brand new to it. I do believe that, you know, in all of our spaces, we have to respond, and whatever that response looks like, if it's in favor of or not. But we do within our space need to respond and take a stance, and they also need to, because this is the time where things are being exposed, hidden things are coming out, and you can't be quiet any longer. I mean, you can be quiet, or, you know, as you said, be quiet, but then you need to respond. So even by not responding, we're sending a message as well. It's just nonverbal. So this is interesting. And so, you know, again, I thank you, Glenda, because I'm not all in that. I sometimes stay in my little world and not be exposed to everything else. But really educational.
Yeah, which would, yeah.
And
Which leads me into the fact that as business owners, you have to stay in the news. You have to make sure that you are aware of what's going on. So you want to watch the business channels, Bloomberg, because you are a business owner. So you are your Facebook. So when I heard that this morning, I thought about my clients in the paparazzi business, and I thought about my clients in the hair business, and I thought about my clients who exclusively sell their products through social media. And the reality is we do not know where this is going to go. What we do know as business owners is that it's trending. And if big companies start boycotting, and then because Mark Zuckerberg, as big as he is, he has shareholders. And the shareholders, as what was tweeted today, white power, or what was tweeted and then pretty much signed off on with the tweet, was white power. So there are two forces going on. While one is boycotting, I mean, we just have a real conversation how it can relate to your business. While one is boycotting, one is saying white power. And in the middle of that, you have Facebook, who has shareholders. Some shareholders are boycott favor, probably, and some shareholders are probably white power. But at the end of the day, it's all about the green for businesses. So as a business owner, you don't have any control over Facebook, but Facebook does have some control over your business. Because for some of you, if you did not have the Facebook, who happens to own Instagram? So if you're not selling on Facebook, you're selling on Instagram, right? So now that you know that, you're not just going to stop. You can't stop because that's your business. But now that you know that, you have to have a plan B. So the one plan B, Ruth does this very well, and I'm going to show you. Unfortunately, YouTube world, for those of you who are not here with us, you won't get to see our second segment. But I'm going to show you in our second segment how Ruth, who didn't even know what she was doing, has set herself up so that if Facebook go down, it's not a thing.
Right.
Go ahead, Ruth.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to talk about that. We're going to show that example when we get to our Q&A. But I say all of that to say, think about, stay in the trenches, watch the news, watch how it may affect your business, because it does have a trickle down effect. So when things happen in the news and economy, it always is going to be affected. You have to always say, how is this going to affect my business? And how can I pivot? You got to be ahead of the game. So as soon as it comes, you're ready. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to talk about, that's where we're going in the second half. We're going to talk about that next. For those of you who joined us through or joining us via YouTube replays, We thank you for your continued support and watching us each week. Unfortunately, we're going to have to hit the off button now, because you're going to miss the juiciest part of our show, which is question and answers. In that space, you get to ask myself anything that you want. No business question is too small or big that can't be answered. It is a safe place. It is a place for us to network. The second half allows us, though, to learn some things that no one else will ever tell you because they're too busy charging you for it. Until next week, we love you. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.